we'll call this, meeting of the Public Safety Committee to order for Friday, November 1st, 2024. If the clerk could please call the roll.
Council Cormier?
Present.
Council Harden? Present. And Council Heath?
Present.
Item 11415, an ordinance to amend the Code of City of Gardner, Chapter 477, therefore entitled Mobile Homes and Trailers. Who would like to speak to this first?
I'll start if that's okay, Mr. Chairman. This is something that came to my office at the recommendation of Chief McAvee and Deputy Chief Maroney. As you've seen with the other items on the council packet, one of the things that we've been doing this year is reviewing all of the city's ordinance codes and seeing what we have, what we don't have, what we need, what could be changed. And this came up as one of those because of the number of campers that we're seeing parked different places around the city. This is an ordinance that's already passed in several other municipalities across Massachusetts. So it's something that they recommend we do here, and happy to put that forward on the chief's behalf, and Chief McAvee can talk a little bit more about the need behind it and what it does to help us out here.
Thank you, Mayor. As I illustrated in my letter to the mayor, the concerns are, the biggest concerns are public welfare and public health. There's some orderly issues with like where they're dumping the waste, water, and things like that, plus the trash. It's not that we're not sympathetic to what's going on, and we all understand that there's a lot of homelessness and a lot of people are using campers to rather than sleeping outside, and we understand that. But it is of particular concern when you're dumping sewage water into storm drains, catch basins, things like that, leaving trash everywhere. It throws the responsibility back on the city to make sure that that's cleaned up and taken care of. So I support this. Again, it's not that we're not sympathetic to what's going on, but this really is something that I feel it needs to be addressed.
It's a public health concern at this point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, any questions?
I want to thank you both for bringing this out. As the chief knows, I call him here and there about this problem. And not that I'm not sympathetic either, but there was one that was parked near the playground and the kids were there. And he was there he or she or both were there for a good, asked to leave or whatever, but they keep coming back. And I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But there is another one at Price Choppers overnight, and I want to thank you both. I think it's very important that we do this. So I support this.
Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely fully support this, and I was just checking a couple things on it, and I agree. You gave a different way of looking at it than I was looking at it when I initially was looking at it, and that is the waste removal and things as such. I didn't even think about that. I'm happy that you're getting ahead of this and gonna go ahead and control this, and basically, I think, is this something that is possibly going to be done? Like you said, it's in a lot of municipalities, but is that something that can be done statewide where it's regulated, or is this something every city? Because I see it everywhere.
Sure, Counselor. I think that obviously the legislature would have to take that up and enact a law to make that happen statewide. Until until that happens, I think the onus falls back on us to kind of structure that so we can at least address it. And again, there's nothing in this code that's the officers will still have discretion, like the fines and everything else that are in there. We wouldn't necessarily use that as our first option. We would use that as an option to maybe, listen, we don't want to fine you, please, keep things moving. So I just want everybody to understand, like, there is discretion within this code that we don't have to do it, but we want it as an option to kind of enforce it if need be.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, it's fair and firm. I just was wondering, basically for the people at home, if this was something. I hope it's something that would be done, because it's, with today's day and age, it could get out of control.
Sure. Just trash and waste water alone, and then you don't know where that's being dumped. We wouldn't let someone live in a house without running water. And that's kind of in essence what what we would be allowing, at least tacitly, if we didn't address this. So,
Thank you.
Were there any specific towns or, communities that we?
Deputy Chief Maroney did do some research into it, and he actually took some of the wording from other communities. I don't have those communities in front of me, but if you needed that, Counselor, I can definitely get it to you.
Any other questions?
Not here.
Any motions?
I'll make a motion to send number 11415 to the council as a whole as presented for a vote.
Second.
Alright, you recommend a motion to approve?
Oh, yes.
We've got a motion by Councilor Gardner, second by Councilor Heath to recommend approval and sending to first printing of the ordinance. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Item 11416, an ordinance to amend the code of the City of Gardner, chapter 600, therefore entitled Vehicles and Traffic, to add new section 21 to be entitled Parking Meter Fees Waived.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is something that the new parking meters have arrived. They're probably gonna be installed between now and the end of the year. Brad Fusel, the parking meter maintenance technician, only works 10 hours a week, so it's gonna be one of those as he gets to it, you know, in his job, he's also gonna empty the meters that are there too. So we're working on starting to put those out there, but while the new meters will probably be fully live across the parking meter area by January 1st, looking at seeing if we can get everything put in place for it. Our former Veterans Services Director, Lynette Cabrilla, had brought this to my attention while she was here. We were looking at doing that as a full package run, but where the parking meters are going out now, seeing if we can get this part in there too. This was reviewed by the Traffic Commission. It basically waives parking meters for individuals who have certain veterans license plates, Purple Heart, Bronze Star, different other commendation awards, different other recognitions for service, basically anything but just a generic veteran service plate. If you did something that made it so you earned that award, we're recognizing that on the city's end by making it so you have free parking meters. You are still subject to the time limits, and you are still subject to all other parking restrictions, just you don't have to pay the meter fee that's there. There's some other parking meter stuff that's gonna come up that was submitted as the council packet to get referred to safety at the next meeting, but this one here is just if you have those type of veterans license plates, you don't have to pay the meter fee when you park downtown.
Questions?
No.
No, well, I actually love this. I was reading it last meeting and, I actually love this. And I think it's great to be able to have that, and I think it's a break that's deserved for those that are in need. Small break, but it's paying for me to have a quarter in my car. So, that is all.
An offshoot of this ordinance, not necessarily related, but, are we putting out communications that the meters are being replaced?
Yes.
Okay. And then assuming we're gonna be kind of easing into.
Yeah, of course, we'll probably, again, we'll continue with things as they are right now until all the meters are replaced. I think that's the reasonable and fair thing to do.
We normally waive the meters anyway from Thanksgiving through New Year's, so it's one of those. We'll be doing that literally this time, but that also just gives Brad a chance to put the meters out.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Any motion?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion for, item 11416, to be brought to the full council as a whole for approval.
Oh, I second that.
Motion by Councilor Heath, second by Councilor Harden, to recommend approval by the full council. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. New business. New business, Councilor.
No new business, just have a football game tonight.
No, no business. Thank you both for everything you do for the city.
We have no new business. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Just a second.
Motion by Councilor Harden, second by Councilor Heath to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
I just hope it's not a